And we've got to control our immigration. We can't let a flood come here and swamp us and swamp our economy.
Neo pe u tau where aki mo ka kai pārangi he ni. Kau kai peke nau sai e nau tolu e tau tolu.
During the economic boom in the 1950s, New Zealand encouraged significant migration from Polynesia and viewed Pacific peoples as a source of cheap labor. New Zealand was the promised land, and for many, it was a source of income, education, and to support their families back home. It was a time of economic prosperity. However, with the downturn of the economy in the early 1970s, political and public attitudes turned against Pacific migrants, leading to increased incidents of overt racism and racial hostility.
Welcome to the unofficial capital of Polynesia, Auckland. Of the 32,000 islanders who live in this country, an estimated 20,000 are concentrated in this one city, making it in fact the largest Polynesian city in the world.
Tau mai o mai ki New Zealand ni mahalo pe ko osia e taha po uri mi hafe taha wa ko tau mai ki Auckland.
This is my grandfather, and he was here in Auckland during the Dawn raids.
Tama ko ne liang e kungo fua ko tali au. Ma o mai a tuku mai au ke api ta. U api pe ne no fua ka nga u e. Pe ko e ofongi mai ta mai ta. Ko kau polisi ni kui hala. Kau polisi pe le ko toa ka ta mai. O pe ko tuki anga mata pa. Ko polisi to tolu. Kata e ka mga tau ke owa, padang ikai, o tong tau mai ka ni ka me ana fa. Tama ia da tolu. O ke loi. Ale ben autolo puke au. Ko fuka vai pe au ia ke o te na te tuki kumi ka tama ko e. Na afu ta hawia me o tama to o ko me tau mai ka ta ha. O tai mau tolu. O ave ke polisi. E bong e ta ha to ku mai au. I
didn't actually know anything about my father's story. And although I didn't experience the Dawn raids, it wasn't until I was probably around like 18, 19 that I heard about my father and how he was put into prison on the day that he arrived into New Zealand. And it quite hit me. It quite hit me because I thought to myself, you know, we've been living in New Zealand my whole life, and I had no idea what my parents had endured during that time. And it makes me really thankful for the sacrifices that they had to go through in order for me and my kids to have a better life than them.
There's these people from the Pacific Islands, I don't know if we can't absorb them, can we? What I mean, they're human the same as I am, but why not pour the money into them instead of bringing them here?
We're having trouble accepting the Polynesians fast enough, really. You know, we can't educate them, they're not used to our way of life, they don't know the language.
Well, I would say the good old British stock that we've all come from originally.
British people?
Yes.
Why that?
Because we all belong there, we came from there originally, all our grandparents and such like. Let's keep to our own British stock.
Ina e whai e whakataha i tau no ki mana kui te ai polu ko e kau o. Pe ko rea ko a Clive ko ki ana ko. Ka ku ke owa pe whai ha kau ki ranga ho no. Ko i ngā he kai ki ura ko ha ta whaaki te ku wai ma mo toru. O ha tarani, o rea o mo to tonu, te mo riho mo tohi, o kore ki he hākua, i immigration ni, ki pure ngā ke mo noho hoi.
Kana ongo e au o wiri fia, iho no ave au. Hau fua kena au pea ke whanua o kumama hena oti he ni au ia. Foi kuonga e nia ne ki whakairifia no ngahi kowi e kakai. O kai ki hala po no o hofi o naia. Ka mea na ohora mwhanga kuri. E koe ohoro ke kakulai puke lere ia. Ke turi e whaka kuri nau tau. Kai na puke te no ia pe na tole kakai e hala. Ko taha pe ia purea whakapalangi lere. Kai leo ke nau kumi.
Ka koe tau atu kai tohi, tau mai tohi e mea. He kai wawe taha au to. O koe ngā koe koe kia pui nia ki pai ake. E nai hitu ono, hitu, o hantea ko hitu ka po hitu walu nai whae whitawa o whae. Ai pure anga ke kau o. O mauai, tanai whangata whakata. Mauai e si no ponua e kai ni.
Koe whitu tōru koe uho ngā ia. Ono tūri koe kau o wā. Au ke whitu whāko ki manifi pe. Ene lawa e pe ma pe pā maua whitu whā. Ma mari pe whitu whā o lawa pe ma pe pā maua ai. E koe mau kau no whoko toa. Ko maua pene a lawa e ma pe pā. Te ke o wau ia. O tāwha lo pe taimi ko ia.
Today, I stand on behalf of the New Zealand Government to offer a formal and unreserved apology for the discriminatory implementation of the Dawn raids.
I feel like it's just words.
And I hope that this apology is more than just words.
An apology is not enough. Apologise and act on it.
The only way that we can kind of accept each other here in New Zealand is that we actually need to understand and have empathy for each other's experiences. And I remember like when the Dawn Raids apology came out and everyone was like, oh, you know, they don't need an apology. They don't need an apology. But like I said, with my father, his introduction to New Zealand was being thrown into a jail. You know, it's just so unfair. And I think, you know, like the apology, words are good, but the experience that he had to endure, I don't think he would ever forget that.
Ka koe te nofo ko whakakau te ki fwoi mea ne whai koe. He kau polisi koe ke kakai. Koe fwoi pango au pito, mea COVID ana whai. He ta fwo whakakau he taimini. Mea COVID ana whai. Ai e kuna puke peka ulanu. Kai ke nau puke nau tolu he nae where a kau owai e kau pārangi. Kai puka pārangi ia. Kai puke peka uri. Kau melo. E koe lau lanu au pito pe ia. O au pia ke taimini. E kai peto e lava no whakalelei o na ia. E kai peto e lava no whakalelei o na ia. E pia koe tau nofu ka tau tolu he ni. Ne o pia ku tau where aki mo ka kai pārangi he ni. Kau kai pia ke nau sai e nau tolu he tau tolu.
Growing up in New Zealand as a kid, I thought this was the perfect country, and that my family had never gone through any type of struggles. And to find out that not only did they struggle back then, but the struggles had never ended. I first learnt about the Dawn Raids at school, but I was completely oblivious to the fact that my grandparents actually lived through it and experienced it. We're still being affected by the impacts of the Dawn Raids right now. And that's why I chose to share my family's story, to show the obstacles that my grandparents went through, to give my family and I a better life than what they had. I will forever be grateful for the things that they did and provided for us in order to give us the opportunities that we have today. Through hardships of glory, aloha pito.
Oh na tu